In class, the girl was ruthlessly targeted by the nun just because she answered a question wrong.
I don't know.
Why don't you know? It was in yesterday's lecture.
I can't remember.
Yes, you!
I don't! Oh, we're volcano!
You will not speak that godless filthy mouth!
The girl finally snapped. She slammed the nun to the ground and beat her mercilessly. Strangely, none of the watching students stepped in to stop it. Instead, they all clapped and cheered. Both were eventually dragged to the priest. After hearing what had happened, the priest first gave the nun a brutal beating, followed by a flurry of slaps. Her screams could be heard even through the door. But this wasn't the end of their feud. The next day in the cafeteria, Tina was getting her usual food, but what she received was crawling with maggots, completely inedible.
Be the door look quite Jewish.
The nun heard her and rushed forward to attack, but the girl fought back and beat her senseless again. However, soon a group of nuns swarmed in and overwhelmed her. Outnumbered, she was pinned down and had no way to fight back. Then they locked her inside a scorching hot cage for 7 days. No food, no water. By the time she got out, she was barely alive. Yet even then, the nun wasn't finished with her.
I've sworn to kill the Indian in you, and will keep my word. If you ever lay a hand on me again, I'll kill the rest of you.
Not long after, students were picking fruit. Just because the girl was slower than the others, the nuns started beating her again. Tina saw it all and couldn't take it anymore. She charged forward. But within seconds, the other nuns shot her. When Tina woke up, she was tied to a bench. The nun leaned in and said,
I don't want anything you have.
The sadistic nun had already broken one ruler from beating her. She brought out a new one. Not wanting to suffer anymore, Tina gave in.
Okay, what?
Hearing her comply, the nun dropped the ruler, picked up a pair of scissors, and cut off the hair Tina had grown her whole life. Then they grabbed steel wool and began to scrub her body in the name of sacrifice. Tina screamed in agony as blood streamed down her skin. That night, when everyone was asleep, Tina quietly got up. She smeared ashes on her face and packed a bag full of Bibles before leaving. She snuck into the nun's room while she slept. Then... After a savage beating that left the nun barely alive, Tina didn't stop. She pressed her hand over the nun's mouth and suffocated her to death. She then lit a candle and heated up the metal ring until it glowed red hot.
She stays.